Hi guys, it's Moto Lifestyle here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much guys for clicking and thank you for always coming here to watch my videos. Oh my goodness guys, I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. As you know, I am currently in East Africa, Kenya, in Nairobi, where I have my penthouse here. So the thing is, it's past lunch. When I'm looking at the clock, it's 3:45. My gosh. And the time that I ate breakfast was actually 7 something in the morning. And since then, we have, as you know, we are doing some constructions up here, which I'm yet to show you the videos of the construction that people are helping us, the masons are helping us to kind of finish our penthouse or finish our Airbnb here. So up here, so which I'll be taking you after I make my lunch. I'm gonna make that video that comes next. So don't you miss these videos, guys, from East Africa, Kenya. Umoto is here. As you know, I traveled in Kenya because I lost my dad, and we finished the burial. It's been a couple of weeks, so I feel like I need to record for you some videos here and there so that you can have the glimpse of East Africa, Kenya, how it looks like as a way of mourning my dad as well. So here we have some water here. This is the water that I drink here. But now it's past lunch, so I'm going to cook lunch. Guys, I don't know what I'm cooking, but I'm going to cook ugali. Ugali is a staple food here in East Africa, Kenya. And I'm going to cook skuma wiki. Skuma wiki is kales. They call it skuma wiki because it's something that is pushing the weak. Skuma means push. Weak means weak. Push the weak. Skuma wiki. Have you learned something from East Africa, Kenya? Yes, you have. So this skuma wiki, let me show you. Actually, sorry. This is the skuma wiki that I'm going to cook this lunch. And over here, this is my kitchen. I have some onions here. And of course, this is my gas stove. It's on, but I'm gonna turn it on. And this skuma has a story to tell. I have some family members who lives in my houses here. And I have another plot next to this one, but that's where they plant these kales. So I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get some kales. Let me go show you that little kale plant a little bit. So guys, if you look down here, you can see we have some kales here. This is part of my plot. They have some bananas and sugarcane, but this is the kale that I got. Look at that. I'm zooming. I'm here in the upper floor. So I'm zooming so you can see. Guys, that's where I got the kales from that I am going, of course, to cook for lunch. So my hubby is not here, is running up and down, buying construction materials and running up and down. And I was up there as well and kind of supervising, making sure that everything that I wanted is done, because these people, if you don't supervise your work when you're here, you will see. As I came here, my house was a mess, so they had to do some improvement here, renovations here, unnecessary spending. So you have to be really present when they're putting things like tiles or changing color. So you have to be there to make sure your job or your work is done, because you're spending money, guys. So that is where I was, and that's where I'm so late eating lunch, but I am going to cook. And one of the things that I'm going to cook, of course, I'm going to cook a skuma wiki, and which is kales, and I'm thinking of cooking some eggs, but I thought, I ate eggs in the morning. I don't want eggs anymore. But wait a minute, I have something else that we are going to cook. Let me go show you. Welcome to my hallway. Look what we are going to eat for lunch. Boom. These are little fish. Look at that. This fish, I'm drying it because I'm going to carry it when I'm leaving. I'm going with it to the US. So I am trying to dry it. I want it to dry, but I'm gonna get a little bit so that we can eat lunch today. Of course, I'm gonna buy more because I share with my friends, my Kenyan friends who eat this. How do we call this in English? Let me know. So let's go get some of them here in my pot, just a little bit because I'm gonna eat with some of the family members who are here helping. So I need to get a couple so that we can actually cook. Let's just get a little. I don't want much, just a little bit like that. That's enough for our lunch. Okay. So let's go back in the house and wash it, guys. Do you see Nairobi? Do you see Nairobi? So whenever you come here for Airbnb, you can overlook the city over there. Look at that. I'm gonna give you a good tour of this hallway here. But meanwhile, let's go back inside and cook our fish. Of course, I have hot water here. So I'm gonna use the hot water to wash my fish here. I hope you can see it. Let me turn the. So I'm gonna use this hot water. Let me see. But before that, I want to make kales first. So as I told you, this is gas. So we are going to turn it on. Oh, look at that! Look at the gas. So, guys, this is East Africa, Kenya. This is how we do it here. So whenever you come here to my Airbnb, you see you have gas. You have everything here that you need. You wash the water. You have running water that I'm washing my hands. Of course, I have my tomato here as well that I've cut. So these tomatoes, I'm going to use them to fry my kales and also to fry my fish, my small fish, which I'm going to wash in a little bit. Meanwhile, we are frying the kales. So we're waiting for onions to be golden brown. And also this is a cooking stick. This is the name of my penthouse TX Plaza in Nairobi, Kenya. So whenever you come here, search for TX Plaza in Nairobi, Kenya. So I had to label this because when people sometimes sleep here, they tend to take my things. So whenever I can label anything, even if it's a cooking stick, I will label it, okay? So don't get me wrong, guys. It's a moto lifestyle. So let's keep cooking our lunch. So this is salt. So we're adding a little bit of salt inside the onions like that. This is cooking the Kenyan way. So I'm gonna stir like that. And then the next thing, our onions are golden brown, as you can see. The aroma. So I am going to add my kales first before I add my tomato. So we are going to sizzle our kales. Look at that. Look at that, guys. So after the kales, we are going to add a little bit of tomato. Look at that. That is enough. We are going to add a little bit of tomato. Then we're going to stir. Guys, the kales are done. So the next thing, we are going to wash the silverfish and then we fry it so the kales can get off here. Stay there and wait. I'm going to use this hot water that I already boiled here in the kettle, and then we are going to wash this silverfish. It's going to stay here for a little while, and then we're going to wash it 2 times or 3 times, and then we fry it. Meanwhile, I'm going to use this pan here. So I'm going to put some oil, onions and stuff. So let's see. So the pot is ready. I'm going to put a little bit of oil. This is where I keep my oil. So let's put a little bit of oil here like that. And then let's pour some onions here. This is our onions, guys. Our silverfish is ready to be washed. Of course, I am going to wash it here in the sink right here. We're going to wash it because the water is hot. So I'm going to use this cooking stick to kind of turn it around and then use a zipper to drain the water. So I don't know who's gonna hold me the camera, but I'm gonna drain the water and then I'll show you later. So guys, the silverfish is nicely washed. You really have to wash this. Very nice. And I give a little bit of boil because sometimes you might find it. They have some stones, little stones in here, and you don't want to eat that stones or sand. So that's why it's very important to wash it so nicely. Now it's nicely washed. So I am going to wait for my onions to be brown. Let me turn the fire a little bit down. So my onions a little bit brown. So my onions are ready. So we are going to get our silverfish and dip it in here. It's going to be a little sizzle because it has some little water in it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is what we're looking for. I'm gonna use my hand to kind of get that little fish in there. Make sure we have everything going on in here. We want them to turn into golden brown. So we're gonna use the same space to fry our tomatoes and put some other stuff so that it can be spices, so that it can be that good. Guys, our silverfish is done. Look how dry it is. Look how brownish it looks. This is what you're looking for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push it on the side right here. Since it's dry, it's ready. You can eat it. Some people can eat it the way it is, but for me, I just want to make some of the tomato soup, so that we are going to add some tomatoes here on the side like that. And then we are going to wait for our tomatoes to cook right here on the side, while our silverfish is waiting on the other side, still cooking and drying with a low heat, of course, so that when our tomatoes are done, we are going to add our Roycomb cheesy mix, which is really nice, spicy, and we are going to add some milk that I'm going to show you how I'm making this milk. This is a powdered milk that I had from the US, but I am going to add a little bit of maybe 2 spoons here, a little bit more, like that. I am going, of course, I'm going to use this flour, Raha Premium, to cook my ugali. This is the flour. It's a corn maize, a grade one. We are Kavahara. It's called Kafagara Raha Premium. We are going to cook with this. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to add a little bit of water here, in here, mix it, and then pour it together with Royco in here. My tomatoes are done, so I'm going to get this mixture of Royco and milk like this. And then I'm going to pour this mixture here on the tomatoes like that. Look at that soup. So we are going to stir the tomatoes and slowly push the silverfish in here. Look at that. Of course, make sure your fire or your heat is very low, so you don't want it to cook. At this point, we are just mixing it. We are just making silverfish soup, so that when you are going to eat with your ugali, my goodness, you are welcome to Kenya. Of course, some people like it thick like this. Some people like this watery. So if you feel like it's thick, you can add your water. But for me, I feel like this is the good combination right here. So I'm going to wait a little bit of you, maybe a minute, because the fish, you don't want to, stir so much. You can break the fish. You just want to let it hold. Okay, look at that, guys. Look at that. We're gonna eat with this kale, and of course I'm going to cook ugali.